Okay. All right. Before we get into this video proper, I've got a question for all of you. Now, if you were in Victoria's shoes, would you be willing to have a reconciliation conversation with Onyeka? If at all you would, what would be your terms? Yeah, that's the question. What would be your terms? Because I watched Ozee advising, or should I say advising or suggesting to, or maybe relaying a message. I don't know what it was that Ozee was doing, but he was actually talking to Victoria. And we know that Ozee is very verbose. The guy has a lot of words for days to use to describe one thing, or just to have a simple conversation. Yeah, a simple conversation looks very gigantic when Ozee is involved. He talks too much, yes. So they were having a conversation, and the message there was that he would like for Victoria to be open to conversations with Onyeka, a reconciliation conversation. According to him, he had had conversations with Onyeka, and he had asked her if she would be open to having a conversation with Victoria, and Onyeka had said yes. And he had said, okay, he was going to talk to Victoria to find out if she would be open to having that conversation as well, you know, because it wouldn't look okay if Onyeka just comes to Victoria. It might not work. So he wanted to be the mediator, the middleman that would ensure that such a conversation happened. And he was giving several reasons as to why he thought it would be best for both girls to reconcile. One of which is, oh, this is the weekend. Sunday is eviction. You are up, Onyeka is up. We don't know who is leaving. And you would feel like shit if you got evicted, or any other person got evicted that you have a situation with, and you don't reconcile with that person. You probably will not have peace of mind. So it's good that, oh, whilst you all are in the house now, we don't know if this is our last weekend together, let's just make peace. You know, that was his major reason. And it went on and on and on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, all the plenty things he was saying was just boiling down to these facts that, oh, they should just make peace, they should reconcile. And he thinks it's a very good idea as well, because, you know, why should they continue to keep malice? And guys, frankly speaking, as Ozee was talking, I was over here and I was shaking my head like this. You know why? Because that is the bone of contention sitting down right there. Whatever is going on between Onyeka and Victoria, you see that Ozee is the bone of contention. You know what they say, what is the issue? What is the problem? What is the matter? Okay, what is the cause? That guy talking, speaking plenty grammar, that is the bone of contention. Ozee is the problem. Yup, Ozee is the problem. And guys, it was in the way Ozee was acting like he did not know that he's the problem. I mean, of course, Ozee is very smart and very, very calculative. Ozee knows that he's the problem. And so when he was talking to Victoria, guys, I love the way Victoria was just smiling. That girl is very smart. Very, very smart. She was just smiling. You know, just this planted smile on her face. And sometimes she'd be like, paying attention. And Ozee was going on and on. Like, the guy was acting like he does not know that this whole thing started because of him. It was like he completely removed himself from the situation, made it look like he wasn't there, or like, oh, I went there, or I don't know what they're talking about. Or... And guys, I was just shaking my head saying, nah, this dude, touche. I mean, touche to you. You're very good at your game. You're a player. You're a player. You're a gamer as well. So touche to you. But the good thing is, Victoria's response to that conversation was, I'll think about it. But he still did not want Victoria to think about it, because he kept on trying to convince her. He kept on talking and talking and talking, and Victoria was listening and listening and listening. And guess what? Whilst they were having that conversation, someone was lurking behind them. I mean, you know who already. Onyeka. Onyeka was lurking behind them. Now, there's this gallery that Big Brother had actually created in the lounge. It has the pictures and frames of evicted housemates. So Onyeka's sister Chizoba has a frame on there. Now, one can actually excuse Onyeka's behavior, that she was just going to go and, look at her sister's picture. But come on, we all know that she was actually eavesdropping on the conversation, because she was there. That place is quite tight. Here's the sofa, and here's the gallery. So there's just a tiny little space in between. And imagine Onyeka's size, fitting herself into that space. And then she was literally putting her head in the shelf. What was she doing? What was she doing? She was obviously eavesdropping. So guys, it was such a weird situation, because for the rest of the evening, Ozee spent his time with Victoria. And the way he was leaning towards her when he was talking, he knew that that was provoking Onyeka. He knew that Onyeka was completely riled up. And Onyeka too could not keep still. She could not settle down, because guys, we know that ever since Onyeka and Ozee settled their differences, Onyeka has been the air Ozee is breathing, not by choice. But she's literally been there. She's in Ozee's eyes, she's in Ozee's nose, Ozee's head. Everywhere Ozee is going, Onyeka is following. She's always trying to force conversations from him about, what were you thinking the first time you wanted to talk to me? It's like she's really trying to enter this guy's heart to know if really this guy is in love with her, or if this guy really likes her. And Ozee is playing along, but he's not really telling her what she wants to hear. And so she has no choice but to keep on probing. She's always around Ozee, always marking her territory. She's always hugging him. She's always kissing him on the cheek. She's always putting her legs on him. Like, she is marking a territory around this guy. And Ozee knows. And sometimes you can tell that he's uncomfortable. Sometimes you can tell that he doesn't really like it, but he's just playing along for the game. And Onyeka too knows what she's doing. It's either she genuinely likes this guy, or she's probably crushing on this guy, and she's trying to protect her investment and to also trigger Victoria, because now she's trying to give off the air of, well, you had him last week and last weekend where you said you wanted to kiss him, so this week it's my turn. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And yes, guys, I saw your comments on my other video that Onyeka pretended she was drunk. I totally agree, because she woke up yesterday morning and was asking people, what did I do? What happened to me? What did I say? And then they were telling her, she was like, oh, I can't remember. Blatant lie. Yes, I know that most of the time when people are drunk, they don't remember what they do. But the fact that she was literally asking, and there were certain insinuations she was making, it meant she knew what she was doing. But she just wanted to know if people were going to tell her the same thing, if their stories was going to align with what she knew that she was doing. So yes, I agree with all of you. She wasn't drunk. She was faking it. Yup. She wasn't drunk. But then, still back on yesterday's conversation, guys, Onyeka was restless. So every time she turned her eyes towards Victoria and Ozee's direction, you could see this sense of longing. There's this anger there. She was basically restraining herself from going to go and pluck Ozee from Victoria's presence. And Victoria wasn't really doing anything. Victoria was just there like this. In fact, even the conversation they were having, Ozee was right here and he was leaning like this towards her, and Victoria was just she was just responding. She was looking up and looking straight forward ahead. She was just responding. And then sometimes when he cracks a joke, she would look at him like she would smile or remove her face. Onyeka was looking pained. Even the game they were playing last night, as exciting as it was, as enjoyable, fun, entertaining as it was, Onyeka was literally sat, like, okay, initially, she wanted to co-anchor the gaming section with Ndi, but Ndi got it covered, because Ndi understood that, okay, this girl wants to collect some shine. No, this is my time to shine. So I'm going to be the host of this game. So Onyeka was not really allowed to host the game at the first stage, right? So she sat down. So about to sit with the rest of the housemates, she sat in front so that she could see what was going on between Victoria and Ozee. And she sat there and she was like, you know how oh my God. At some point, she had moved behind them, right? So that she could still eavesdrop on what we're talking about. She moved behind them, went to Ozee and got Ozee's drink and was like, oh, Ozee, please let me put this in my mouth. I actually need this right now. I'm like, Are you losing your mind because Ozee is actually talking to someone you consider your rival? Really? Really? So it was funny to watch, ladies and gentlemen. It was funny to watch. And you know, remember, just yesterday morning, when Wani and Handy were complaining about Kelly and Cassia lying and saying all manner of, just basically running the smear campaign against those people, Onyeka had involved herself in that conversation. And instead of her to focus on the people they were talking about, she had automatically dragged Victoria's name into it. At some point as well yesterday when she was having conversations with Ozee, she had stylishly dragged Victoria's name into it. But Ozee had immediately cautioned her about it. She's like, hey, sorry. It's like she's just obsessed with the girl. She can't have a pure conversation with either friends or loved ones without bringing Victoria's name into it. And Victoria does not even mention her name. Victoria does not even bother about her. So why am I bringing all of these things to light? Well, I'm bringing it to light because from the look of things, Onyeka still considers Victoria a rival. So long as Ozee is still in the house, so long as Ozee is still in the picture, so long as Ozee is playing this triangle game he's playing, so long as Ozee will spend time with either of them at different points in time, so long as Onyeka will continuously get jealous about Ozee spending time with Victoria, so long as Victoria exists in that house, I personally do not think that Onyeka is ready to move ahead. I don't think she's ready to move forward. I don't think so. They probably have that conversation outside the house, but having that reconciliation conversation inside the house, I don't think it's going to stop Onyeka from calling Victoria a gossip. I don't think it's going to stop Onyeka from calling Victoria names. Calling someone my friend, this my friend, that my friend, it's not enough to give substance of friendship. Even if they have that conversation today and they reconcile, I do not think Onyeka's friendship towards Victoria will be genuine. This is not me trying to paint Victoria as a saint and Onyeka as a villain. No, but it is what it is. This is what is playing out on the show. It's very glaring to see. And Ozee knows, ladies and gentlemen, let's be guided. Ozee knows. So my question now is, what is Ozee's intentions in kind of really wanting Victoria to be open to conversations with Onyeka? Ladies and gentlemen, I will stop talking here right now because I would love to hear your thoughts about it, all right? I asked a question at the start of this video. I would love to hear your response to that in the comment section below. And look at me once again. I forgot to introduce myself. Anyways, if you have watched this video up until this point, thank you for doing just that. And you're welcome. And this is goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. And guys, quick reminder, today, 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here for our YouTube live conversation. I look forward to seeing all of you. So please make it a date with us. Do not miss out. There's a lot to unpack. I look forward to hosting and interacting with every single one of you. So please make sure you come through. Don't miss out. I will see you guys soon. All right. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.